What's up, guys? So I'm starting another series, a YouTube series where I basically review. I'm mostly going to review certain artists, like artists as a whole, and there'll be part twos and whatnot because artists are constantly growing. It wouldn't make sense to review an artist and then to just stop there. So I'll review multiple artists multiple times. I'm also going to review certain projects at a time and songs, singles if you want me to. Artwork, I'll review artwork if you want. So anything, just send me a DM. But let's get into the video. Seven. Seven is an experimental artist from Washington State. I luckily had the honor of interviewing this man, and I'm able to call him a friend. His main influences he's mentioned in the interview were bands such as My Chemical Romance, which is quite odd to hear. I say that because of his music range and ability. His many projects he's put out, he's extremely hard to categorize into a single description. It's limiting. And that's saying something, since he's part of a community that embeds itself in experimentation and being different from the latter. I will try and take a look at Seven's artistry and analyze his music style as best as I can, from an unbiased standpoint. But let's be honest, my views are ultimately subjective.
Pull up behind the women, we empty these cooks don't catch yourself till we got no ammo. Fucking brothers, so you wanna hate, let's be tossing grenade, I am powerful. I'm like a cannibal, flip you apart like an animal.
Seven's preferred style is that of distortion. Being a part of Witch Cult and the underground trap metal scene as a whole, heavy distortion usually gets an eye roll from purists and critics of the underground scene. I simply, though, have to disagree. I feel this is his trademark style. When you hear static and trembling bass and see the name Seven, you know you're getting ready to have a headbanging experience. Seven often uses slightly esoteric meanings in song titles. He plays off of his name and references war and serial killers, or I assume Jack is a serial killer. It's the vibe I get. His punk elements really influence his music style and give off a believable idea that Seven is some tumultuous yet brilliant psychopathic rebel. Another thing that extremely impresses me about Seven's style is that he doesn't use vulgar language.
First off, can we just say that Seven has never swore in a song?
The prophecy is true.
Again, you have to compare that to both his comrades and his competitors, where the lyrics are often horrorcore-esque and have edgy and dark themes. It stands out. Sure, he still speaks on violence here and there, but to not peep one curse word and to still pull it off majority of his music as aggressive and believable is amazing. It is really what separates him and makes him seem a standout artist that the entire underground knows and talks about, whether good or bad. My only minor critique, which is extremely biased in itself, is I do wish to hear him try more lyrical songs. I probably only had a few conversations with the man, but before then it's still evident that he is a genius. It shows in his music. He always stays ahead of the game, and I feel it would be impressive to genuinely hear Seven put together some impressive wordplay or convoluted anecdotes referring to himself in a metaphor. The sky is the limit with that. Seven's vocals are definitely some of his most impressive, especially when you know how he is as a person. He definitely breaks the stereotype and stigma surrounding the title rapper, as well as his race. When he talks, he is most definitely mild and reserved, contrary to his music. When Seven hops on a track, no matter how many times you hear his songs, it's always impressive to see his range. gutturals, growls, shrieks, fries. They're all done by him and well as his normal yells and shouts. The distortion doesn't mask his talent. That is evident. It's incredible. I even sometimes question if it's him. Songs like Static, he sounds like multiple people talking at once. Songs like his favorite, Euphoria, you really hear his emotion he puts in his voice. It's almost as if he doesn't strain it. I mean, vocally, his range is crazy. I don't have anything negative to say about this. Now, Seven's production. A song I had to play back so many times because it took me a while to understand that he produced and mixed it himself is Project 7. I mean, just listen to that beat line. The intensity is crazy alone in that song. Seven produces all of his songs with nothing but a guitar and garage band. He distorts his own beats and makes his own songs. I mean, Threats and other producers do occasionally produce for him, and it's known that they trust his vocal ability on their beats to make a hit. But it is no secret that he can make his own amazing beats. Smile Kids, and arguably his most famous song, Jack Said Goodnight, are proof of this, that he is more than capable. Seven makes sure when you listen to his music, you are under his control, so to speak. He doesn't rely on a producer, even though he occasionally works with them. It's almost evident. His work is just that impressive. When Seven wants to make a song, Seven makes his own beat, writes his own lyrics, lays his own vocals. A true independent artist. When he works with other artists, it seems he just likes recording. It's like he's just regularly recording. As cliche as that sounds, Seven truly has a future in the music industry. An unmatched vocal range, a complete sense of a wanted aesthetic, and an ear for really, really good, aggressive music. If you want to get pumped, put a Seven song in the aux and be prepared to have everyone within a 5-mile radius hear his 808s and kicks from your vehicle. So that was my Seven review. Seven stuff will be in the description. Run his SoundCloud plays, buy his merch, and support him. Let life happen.